Notice the contrast in this painting. The thick gray storm clouds pushing away the clear blue sky, the shining city on the hill next to the darkened valley, the busy smoke pouring over the glassy water of the harbor. Notice the peaceful fields in the middle ground and the blasted tree and frantic shepherd in the foreground. Is this a peaceful or turbulent scene? Thomas Cole and his fellow Hudson River Valley artists wanted to develop a distinctly American style of painting. Because untouched nature was more plentiful in America than in Europe, they chose landscape as a vehicle to express their thoughts and visions about America. Let's look again at this painting. Cole called the sky the soul of all scenery and often used storm clouds to heighten drama and represent the emotions of fear and danger. But he also used clear skies to show hope and exultation. Are these equally the emotions of a dynamic young republic? Cole included a blasted tree in many of his paintings to represent the untamed wilderness and its cycles of growth and decay. And the shepherd and sheep illustrate the simple, rural tasks of still largely agricultural America. Does the city of Boston, shining in the distance, represent perhaps the nation's dynamic future? The man who commissioned Thomas Cole to paint this painting was Joshua Bates, a Boston native who moved to London to serve as a diplomat. Bates was a civic-minded businessman who left $50,000 toward the founding of the Boston Public Library and later helped secure a $1 million loan to the state of New York after an economic collapse in 1837. This painting, however, only cost him $125. Bates regarded Cole as an exceptional talent and helped to fund Cole's trip to Europe by purchasing several of his paintings. He ordered this painting in 1830, but didn't receive it until 9 years later. Cole had some difficulty finding the viewpoint he liked best, but eventually chose the one you see here. When the painting was finally delivered, Bates remarked, "I have received the view of Boston, which you have been so kind as to paint for me, and it reminds me of home so much that I long to jump on board a steamboat and walk over the scene myself. It is thought also to be a superior painting the English, however, never will believe that the color are true to nature, for they have no idea of the difference in that respect between the old and new country." The term Hudson River School initially referred to a group of artists who lived and painted in the Hudson River Valley of New York. The term came to encompass a number of 19th century American landscape painters who shared similar ideals. These included artists such as Thomas Cole, Frederick Church, Jasper Cropsey, Sanford Gifford, and Thomas Moran. Examples from all of these artists can be found here at the MMAM. The Hudson River School painters developed the first distinctly American style of painting. This was not so much a matter of technique. Most of these artists were trained in Europe and continued to paint in traditional European style. Rather, it was their common themes that distinguished them. These included the idea of nature as church, where man might encounter God, the idea of manifest destiny, which was the belief that God had a predestined plan for the expansion of America, and the idea that the Americans might live in harmony with nature. Europeans were often skeptical of the views and colors that the Hudson River School artists showcased in their landscapes. While these painters did use artistic license to enhance their landscapes, they painted from nature and depicted real places. Their works help form our distinctive love of American wilderness, which is echoed in our many parks and wilderness areas.